Fred, thank you so much for today.
Oh, have you made it home?
Yeah, I just got here a little while ago.
I got home not long ago myself. Actually, I need to apologize because I made the restaurant reservation, but not for Christmas Day. I feel so bad about it. I really didn't think I'd get assigned a business trip for both the 24th and 25th. This was supposed to be our first Christmas together, and now it feels kinda empty. Damn it, this stupid company just had to mess things up.
I know, it's definitely disappointing, but if it's work, there's not much we can do. I actually had a fun time just spending the day with my books, so I'm perfectly okay with it.
Hearing that really makes me feel a lot better. It helps me to know you're not upset about it.
I really hope next year we can be together on Christmas Day itself. I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah, I really hope so too. It would be so much better if we could spend the holiday together. Let's make sure of it for next time. All right, since I have to wake up early tomorrow, I should probably get some rest soon.
Yeah, you should probably get some sleep. I'll let you go then.
Thanks again for everything today. It was a great time despite the situation.
Of course. I hope you get some good rest. You need to be well rested for tomorrow. I'll be here if you need anything. Good night, Fred.
Good night. Sleep well.
Jamie, Merry Christmas! Oh, hey, it's still 12 hours away, you know. I know. I couldn't wait to message you, especially since it's been almost half a month since we last talked. Sorry for the sudden message, though. No, it's totally fine. It's just a little unexpected, that's all. So how have you been? Have you been busy lately? Well, yeah, I've actually been really busy with work. My company started offering me some work I can do from home, which is great because I get to be at home with the kids. It's been keeping me pretty occupied, to be honest. Oh, that's great. Balancing work and raising a child must be really tough, but I'm sure you're doing just fine. You've always been good at handling everything, and you seem pretty excited, huh, Sam? I can tell you're in a good mood. Well, of course, it's our first Christmas since getting married, so I'm pretty pumped. I'm actually in the middle of making some Christmas cookies right now. I just got done with baking the sponge cake, too, so if things are moving along, I'm really enjoying it. Speaking of which, isn't January 1st your first wedding anniversary? That's coming up so soon, huh? Exactly. That's another reason I'm so excited. We had to postpone our wedding because I got pregnant and my belly got too big, but I feel really lucky that we were able to line up our marriage registration with the start of the new year. It feels special, you know? How's Grace doing? She's growing up so fast. It feels like she's getting bigger by the day. Speaking of which, didn't you mention that you started dating someone you met at that mixer last month? What are you doing for Christmas? That's actually a bit of a downer. He got called away for a business trip, so we won't be spending Christmas together after all. Oh no! Oh, that's really disappointing. I'm sorry to hear that. I know you were looking forward to it. Yeah, it's really a bummer. But on the bright side, we actually went out for a nice dinner together last night. We went to this restaurant with a beautiful view of the city lights and had a nice French meal. That sounds nice, at least. I'm glad you got to spend some time together. But if you're free later, you and your boyfriend should come over to our place. I'd love to introduce you to my husband. Oh, right. I don't actually know what your husband looks like. Oh, right. I've never actually shown you a picture of him. He's not the best at pictures, though. When he knows he's been photographed, he gets all stiff and tries too hard to look good. He's a little awkward about it, but that's just him. That sounds so like him. But actually, I just took a really cute photo of the two of us in front of the Christmas tree, so I'll send it to you now. Wait, really? You're just sending it like that? Well, I just want to brag a little. Okay, go ahead. I want to see him. Here's my husband. Wait, this guy? Yeah, his name's Fred. I see. So this is him. What? Is there something wrong with Fred? Why do you sound so surprised? Oh, no, it's not that. I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. It's just that, well, there's something I need to tell you in person. Could we meet right now? I really don't want to talk about it over message. Huh? Oh, well, sure, but why? What's going on? I can't really explain it through messages. It's not something that's easy to explain in a text. It's a little more complicated, but it's really important. I really need to talk to you about it face to face. You sound serious. What's going on? Should I be worried? It's just something I need to clear up with you. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I really need to see you. Okay, if you say so. How about we meet at the family restaurant in the shopping center around 2 p.m., the one we used to go to after my part-time job? I know it's been a while since we met up, but it's a good place for a chat. That works for me. I'll see you there.
Jamie, good morning. Actually, I finished work earlier than expected. I believe you didn't have any plans today, right? I thought maybe we could have lunch together. If it's convenient for you, we could even spend the evening together. What do you think?
Good morning, Fred. Oh, so you finished your business trip early.
Yep, that's right. I just dropped off the documents for the business trip at the office. They told me I could leave for the day. I think we can meet around noon. Let's spend Christmas together.
But do you think there's anywhere left where we can get a reservation at this late hour?
I'll try to find somewhere, don't worry. If it's okay with you, how about we just grab some quick food and cookies, then head to a hotel? What do you think?
Wait. If that's the case, I'd prefer to go to your place.
My place?
Yes, I've never been there, after all. Since it's Christmas, I'll cook for us.
Well, my place is a bit of a mess.
Why?
The place is kind of untidy. If you're gonna come over, I'd have to clean up first, wouldn't I?
Oh, come on, I can clean up.
No.
What's wrong? Is there a reason you can't invite me over?
Well, like I said, my place is messy.
I'll clean it up.
No, that's not it.
What is it then? Do you have a reason for not wanting me to come over?
It's just that it's a place you don't go to uninvited.
So is there really a reason you can't invite me?
No, it's not like that.
Is it because of your wife, Sam, and your daughter, Grace?
Huh?
Well, Sam and Grace are out of the house, but there's still evidence of them being there, so it might be awkward for me to come over, you know?
Jamie, what are you talking about? Wait, what? Who are Sam and Grace?
Huh?
Maybe someone told you something strange, but I've only got eyes for you.
You're still lying?
Then what's going on?
Look, Fred, Sam is my friend.
What?
Sam and I used to work at the same store part-time. We'd often have overlapping shifts, so we'd become friends, and we're still close today.
What?
When I was messaging with Sam yesterday, she showed me a picture of you saying, "This is my husband." That's when I realized we were all connected. I had always thought your last name was the same as theirs, and it turns out that wasn't just a coincidence.
Oh, I see now. Sam, she used to be my girlfriend. She even tried to get back together with me not long ago, and I was stuck dealing with it. I didn't want you to get involved with this, but I guess it's too late now.
That's such a lie.
You don't believe me?
Look, Sam and we actually met in person yesterday to talk about everything.
What?
So Sam and Grace aren't at their place right now because they left you and went back to her parents' home.
What?
And now I'm here at her place to explain the situation to her parents. Also, Sam wants to talk to you, so I'm switching with her. Fred, it's Sam.
What?
Yes. You can believe it or not, but I'm going to move things along. You must have noticed that Grace and I weren't there when you woke up this morning, right? I thought you'd at least check in on us, but you didn't. Instead, you suddenly call me up for a Christmas date? What kind of nerve do you have?
Well, I thought...
Anyway, I'm getting a divorce.
What? No, wait a minute.
Do you really think you can stop this?
Because isn't a father necessary for raising Grace?
You've been pretending to be single, hitting on women at parties while having a wife and kid at home, and now you're acting like a father? I don't think so.
That's a different issue. This is about us.
No, it's not. When you cheat on your wife, making a family and a woman a fool, that's all one big problem. And to think you even went after my friend.
It's just a coincidence, though.
Doesn't matter if it's a coincidence or not. You still deceived Jamie.
Wait, hold on. What is this? You two are conspiring against me?
What?
So you and Grace are like rivals for my love, right? Even if you're friends, shouldn't you be enemies in this situation?
If Jamie knew I was married and still decided to date me, you'd be stuck in a mess right now. But you pretended to be single, right?
Well,
Jamie, she's been hurt too. As soon as she found out the truth, she came to me, apologized, and even gave me evidence. At that point, I have no reason to oppose Jamie.
What? No, but...
No matter how you explain it, you betrayed your wife and played with another woman's feelings. That's the fact.
But...
What? You still have an excuse to make?
I'm the one who's your husband and Grace's father.
And so what? Well, at this rate, talking over messages isn't going to solve anything. Let's get this divorce moving.
Wait!
You don't need to worry about Grace. I just returned to work, so I'm financially stable, and I have plenty of support from my parents. Even if we divorce, I'm not worried at all.
Wait!
I'd like to wrap this up by the end of the year, so please cooperate.
What? Today's Christmas! Why would you want to make such a bad memory on a day like this? Come on, just let it go. And now can you let me talk to Jamie?
Jamie? Of course, she's going to be leaving you as well.
What?
Well then, I'll be getting in touch with you again soon, through a lawyer, of course.
Wait a minute! Wait!
Just shut up already. You've already dragged so many people into this mess. You've hurt Jamie, you've hurt Grace, and now you're trying to make it all about you again. You need to stop, Fred. Seriously.
What are you talking about? What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to fix everything. I'm trying to make this right. It's not like I didn't make mistakes. I'll admit that. But don't you see? I'm trying to make up for it all.
Make up for it? How can you possibly make up for all the lies, Fred? You've been living a double life. All the while you've been telling me one thing and living a completely different reality. I trusted you. I believed in you. And now you want me to just forget all of it? Just pretend like nothing happened?
Sam,
Goodbye, Fred. I am done with your sorry ass.
Sam!
After that, I ended things with Fred without ever facing him again. Fortunately, I hadn't shared the location of my home with him. My focus had been entirely on job hunting, and so I didn't have to worry about any kind of stalking or unwanted attention from him. I had made sure to keep my personal information private, particularly the place where I was living. This was something I had learned the hard way over the years, keeping certain boundaries in place to ensure my safety and peace of mind. With everything that had happened, it was important to have that distance, not just physically, but emotionally as well. I had spent a lot of time thinking about the relationship, trying to make sense of everything, but once I made the decision, I knew it was for the best. There was no need to keep engaging with someone who had caused me so much distress. I'd already endured enough, and I wasn't about to continue to put myself through any more unnecessary heartache. I had to draw a line, and that's exactly what I did. The peace I felt after making that decision was something I hadn't experienced in a long time, and it was something I realized I truly needed. Sam, too, finalized her divorce by the end of the year. Like me, Sam had been through her own emotional turmoil. She had struggled for a long time, unsure of what the future held, and was still trying to come to terms with everything. Her marriage had been full of its own challenges, and even though she had known for some time that the relationship was over, actually making the decision to go through with the divorce was not something that came easily. But by the time we had reached the end of the year, she had managed to find the strength to move on. We had supported each other through this, sharing stories, giving advice, and just being there for one another when we needed it the most. While I never asked Sam for specifics about the alimony or child support details, it seems that the amount was considerable. Sam had been very careful in making sure she wasn't taken advantage of during the divorce. She had fought for what she was owed, and from what I gathered, she made sure to get it all paid in one lump sum without leaving room for any further complications. She didn't want to have to deal with ongoing legal battles or the stress of chasing down payments. She was done with all of it, and I respected her decision to handle things in a way that gave her the closure she needed. Sam had been through a lot, and I could see how much relief she felt once everything was finalized. It was like a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. For the first time in a long while, she felt like she could have finally started living again. Without the shadow of her past hanging over her, it was a liberating feeling, one that I was starting to understand myself. As for Fred, it seems that somehow the details of what had happened between us were leaked to his workplace. It was strange how quickly information like that could spread, especially when it was something so personal. Given his line of work, where maintaining the company's reputation was critical, it seemed that the matter was now a potential issue of trust. Word had somehow gotten out about the circumstances of his personal life, and it appeared that it was starting to affect his professional reputation. As a result, it seemed that he was subtly encouraged to resign. I'm not sure if he had been outright told to leave, but it was clear that the company didn't want to risk its reputation by keeping someone who had become a liability. In some ways, I felt that Fred had brought this upon himself. He had been dishonest and reckless, and now he was facing the consequences of his actions. It was hard for me to feel any sympathy for him after everything that had happened. The lies, the betrayal, the way he had treated me, it had all left deep scars. Part of me was glad to see him facing some form of retribution, even if it wasn't as severe as what he truly deserved. But at the same time, another part of me couldn't help but wonder if things could have been different. Could he have been a better person? Could he have changed? The questions lingered in my mind, but I quickly pushed them away. I realized that dwelling on them wouldn't change anything. What mattered now was how I chose to move forward, not how Fred was dealing with the fallout of his own choices. So, all things considered, this turned out to be a miserable Christmas for both Sam and me. Not only had we both been through such personal upheaval, but the timing also made it feel like an extra burden. The holiday season, which is supposed to be about joy and togetherness, only seemed to highlight how much we had lost and how uncertain everything felt. Christmas, for me at least, was a time of reflection, of looking back on the year and wondering where things had gone wrong, where we had failed and what we could have done differently. But in the end, it didn't matter. Christmas was, at best, a reminder of the pain we were each going through, and at worst, it felt like an extension of the emotional chaos we were already dealing with. Despite all the negative feelings surrounding the holiday, there was still a small flicker of hope within me. I knew that this difficult time wouldn't last forever. Sam and I both know that we would eventually find our way out of the darkness. It was just a matter of time. However, the start of the new year offered a slight glimmer of hope. I made a promise to Sam that we would attend a New Year's Eve party together as a way of cleansing ourselves from the previous year's troubles. It was a small gesture, but one that felt important. An opportunity to leave behind the dark days and try to start fresh. We both needed something to look forward to, and even though the future was still uncertain, the idea of moving forward together, even if just for a night, felt like the first step in a long journey of healing. We'd been through so much individually, and our situations, though different, had left us with a shared understanding of what it means to rebuild. For Sam, the divorce had been a long time coming, but the process of untangling herself from that life had been no less painful. There had been years of emotional baggage, of trying to make things work when they were clearly falling apart. And in the end, she had to let go, but doing so was incredibly difficult. But of course, we're not going to let the memories of Fred get in our way, and come New Year's Eve, Sam and I have plans to spend the whole day together with one another celebrating our fresh starts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.